Fledgling animators ask me about, because everybody's nervous, and they're like, what do you do when you start your first day in a studio? I always tell them you need to err on the side of over communication. You just have to over communicate. Like when I go into a studio and I start working, I know that the production and the production coordinators, I know that they're the lifeblood of the production. They're coordinators and producers are the ones who are feeding me the work, and I know how difficult it is for them to because they're not on the software, and they don't have the ability to just do the shots, and so they're at my mercy. And if I don't do it, they're in the front lines. They're gonna be eating. They're gonna be taking the bullet for that. So before I leave every day, when I have a job, I walk into the production. There's usually an production office, and there's 2 or 3 people in there. And I just go, hey, so here's what I've done. And I've updated all my stuff, and I've sent out an email as well. But I also walk in there and I make sure that I make eye contact and I have an actual physical interaction. Not physical. I don't touch anybody typically.
I've done my shots,
but I have an actual human interaction with people. And the reaction's often funny. Like the first time I do it, they also sort of sit there like this. Okay. Yeah. But they get to love it.
It's like we got the shotgun notification.
Yeah. They're like, Jesus, overkill.
Did you log your hours though? Did you log your hours?
Then you watch. I watch them when there is a crisis, and you can sort of sense the crisis in the studio. And I watch people come out of the production room, and I can see them looking around, and they're looking for me. They want to come talk to me because I talk to them all the time. And so they know that I'm engaged, and I know I have an ear to the ground with this stuff, and I'm open, and I'm communicating, and I'm taking the time to let them know where I stand. And I'm also taking the time to say, I respect you and what you do. And I'm letting you know. So then when there's a crisis, they come to me. And what I really like is I like to be invited into hard conversations. That's really where my skill set, I shouldn't say it's where my skill set lies, because you'd have to talk to somebody else who's involved in it. And they might say I'm complete shit at it. But I like being invited into loud conversations in boardrooms where shit's hitting the fan. Because if shit's hitting the fan and I'm not invited into the boardroom, then you're just outside listening to mom and dad fight. And that's you're back into that section where you don't have any control. So if I'm in the room, I just feel like I have at least some kind of influence on this. And so I don't feel like things are happening to me.
Thanks for listening to the CG Spectrum podcast. For more on this episode, visit us at cgspectrum.com/podcast. Check out our show notes where you'll find links to our guests and more behind the scenes. And if you're enjoying the show, please like, rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're listening, or share this episode with someone who might like it. See you next time.